Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn. I'm in Orlando, Florida, checking out this cool event. But while I was here, I got to check out my friends over at Westgate, and I'm at Westgate Vacation Villas today with my new friend Jared Saft, Chief Business and Strategy Officer. I got that right. It's not Strategy and Business Officer. I've been panicking about that all.
A little bit of both.
Jared. Yeah.
Nailed it.
So we're here. We're going to talk a little bit about timeshare. We're going to talk a little bit about what guests are looking for today and how to make them happy so they help make more money for companies like Westgate. Maybe you too. Maybe you'll pick up a lesson. So you just told me this building behind us was the first building that
David Siegel ever built.
Incredible.
In the early 1980s. It all started with 16 units right over there. He figured that would last them forever and didn't realize over 14,000 units would be in his future. So
that is unbelievable.
It's a sacred space for us.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, David Siegel is really, I would say, the godfather of timeshare industry down here. It's been absolutely incredible watching how this company has grown over the years, for sure.
An exciting journey.
Yeah. So let's turn around and look over this way real quick. I mean, from 16 to massive buildings like this over here.
I think at some point he realized it was easier to go a little higher than having a very low rise, but we're excited. This is the largest resort in Florida with over 3,000 rooms. Yeah.
3,000?
3,000 rooms. I'll take you and tour every one if that's what you want to do.
All right, let's do that. So sit back, enjoy for the next 9,467 hours. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little tour around the property. Let's go in the lobby and see how you guys started this incredible $120 million renovation to make guests happy. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, so we'll see you right now. All right, so by the power of magic, because we're in Orlando, so everything's magical down here, we have come inside. And I'll tell you, it's nice and quiet over here because it's early in the morning on a weekday, but I can't imagine what this is like when 1,000 families check in all at once.
Yep. Well, we're coming up on Thanksgiving weekend. Yep. We expect to have 1,000 check-ins in a day and turn 3,000 units over a weekend. So we got to get ready, and this is the calm before the storm.
Yeah. So when you're really thinking about putting together a resort like this, and with this massive reinvestment, where do you start? How do you think about modernizing a classic property?
Well, you think about solving the problem. So when you build something initially, you don't really know what your problems are going to be. And then a decade into operations, you say, all right, well, how do I cue people here? How do I...
Totally. Let me put a pin in that and share with our audience. Typically what happens is you can make all the best laid plans in the world. And then when you open something up, no matter how good of a job you did, the public tells you how they're going to use it, and you inevitably learn lessons.
Exactly. And so one of the things we learned is we needed to amenitize our lobby because inevitably there will be waiting on some weekends. And so we've got retail here. We've got a movie theater that the kids can go hang out in while the parents are checking in. So we really thought about what to do to keep people engaged until they get to their room.
I wish the car rental counter at the airport would do the same sort of thing.
Hear me, but
that's a great idea. Everybody comes in, mom or dad can, stand online and get everything taken care of, and then the kids could start their vacation experience immediately.
Exactly. Right.
So let's take a little walk over there and see what we've got going on here. First of all, just so you know, we're here just before Thanksgiving, so they're getting ready for the Christmas decorations over there. And then over here behind us is the store.
Yeah, so this is...
and it's open on the other side. They just haven't fully opened up the gate. Yeah, so again, we're early, guys. We're early.
It's like 8 in the morning here in Orlando. That's the magic doesn't start yet. But our partners at Starboard Retail have opened retail experiences at our resorts across the way. They're incredible retailers at sea, and they've brought their expertise to land.
That's pretty cool. And so how does that really work for you? What kind of products are selling in there that really is connecting with the customer?
Yeah, so we go right to the source. We talk to kids, we talk to families, we see what they want, and they're experts at sourcing those interesting items. Yeah, those little furry things and squishmallows and whatnot. So.
All right. I'm getting a squishmallow furry thing before we... Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know what any of that is, but...
Hey. Oh, you're leaving with a squishmallow right now.
Awesome. All right. So we've got the store, but over here, I've got to go check this out with you. You've got a little movie theater over here that you were talking about. Red 1 is playing today. Home Alone 4 is playing today. I'm sorry the lights aren't on right now, but I'm sure my lighting is great. Check this out. It's a full theater. It looks like it's a couple hundred seats.
Absolutely. It's nice and big. And, like I said, it's a great place to come and unwind during your vacation or if mom and dad are checking in and you got about 5-10 minutes, you come in here and catch the end or the beginning of a movie. So
All right, so that
completely free.
yeah, that is pretty cool. But also pretty cool is you guys have done a really cool partnership, and you got Chuck E. Cheese powering some food over here, and we are talking about the Mystery Funhouse arcade experience. And I'll tell you what I really love about it is you're paying homage to the original Mystery Funhouse, one of those great tourist destinations on International Drive. How cool is that?
Yeah. Westgate's origin story started with the mystery.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Siegel's mom worked there?
She did. She was the one that collected the coins out of the machine and, you know, brought him in. He knew he could trust her, so she was the #1 employee. But this is where we started. And so he fell in love with hospitality and attraction and experiences decades before that became the vernacular in our space.
That's pretty cool because this is really one of those iconic, classic experiences that were here in the early days, and now you've modernized it for the modern experience. So what do we got over here? This is kind of cool.
Yeah, so this is the homage to the old Mystery Funhouse. So you're seeing the fortune teller, the whiz bangs, and all these different vignettes that tell the story of the original Mystery Funhouse.
That's pretty cool. Come on, let's go in and check it out. Oh, it looks like
this is pretty neat. Let me show you this. So this was an original animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese that was at the Mystery Funhouse that we didn't know we got from Mystery Chuck E. Cheese until we looked on the back and saw the label.
That's pretty cool.
So we were partners decades before we even knew.
That's hysterical. Here's Mr. Siegel himself.
Yep. So this is our paying respect to David and the incredible work he did in our industry. One of the things that most people don't realize is there's 3 or 4 different TVs in this box, and that's because David's first job was a TV repairman.
No way.
In Miami in the 1960s and 70s, and he started out learning how to fix and sell TVs, and so we wanted to pay respect to that and tell a little bit of his story.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's go and take a little walk around this. Now again, it's super early in the morning, so the kids aren't here yet. Ooh, Hall of Mirrors. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if
That looks like
we might be in here.
I know this looks like Hall of Confusion for me.
It is. One of the elements of the original Mystery Funhouse that people loved was the Hall of Mirrors, and so we wanted to make sure we brought that back, and it is dangerous in there.
Well, I will tell you, other than me legally not being allowed to enter the facility, I had to sign a lot of paperwork to even be on property, but I'll tell you, it really reminds me of those old school things. The things that we kind of got rid of that now you get to introduce to a modern generation of kids.
Kids think this is the coolest thing they've ever seen, and they don't realize it's 50 years old.
Well, it is, and I will say, and listen, we got to get these kids off screen. So things like this is really awesome, particularly if they can't get out.
Off screens and bumping into different screens. That's the point.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Serica, let's go take a look at some of the stuff that you got in here.
So this is our Chuck E. Cheese fun zone right here. This is all for toddlers. So we were very thoughtful in
Interesting.
that we had games that were great for toddlers and young kids, that they could feel like that they had their own space. So it's a little bit enclosed. Parents can sit here and watch their kids run around. And that was one of the unique things that partnering with Chuck E. Cheese enabled us to do.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that sort of dedication. And usually those little kids come off as an afterthought, and like the parent has to deal with them while the older kids are running.
I got something cooler than
Yeah, all right, let's go check it out.
If you're a parent and your kid's in there and you really don't want to just sit, we built a retro arcade. So this is Chuck's Retro Arcade with all the classic games, Street Fighter, Pinball, Tron, and there's a huge viewing window into the Chuck E. Cheese fun zone for toddlers.
I used to go down to La Scala Pizza in 1981 and play Asteroids. That was
Yeah. So just little touches in terms of how we thought about the experience.
Yeah, so let's just take a quick look around the rest of it. So how do you think about what kids are really interested in, and then developing a space like this that makes them really happy?
So that's where we rely on great partners like Chuck E. Cheese. They are the largest operator of basically arcades in the world. And we went to them and said, here's our dream, here's our vision. And they said, here's where we think you're going to be successful. And so from game placement to game selection, they were the experts, and we deferred to their incredible wisdom.
That's awesome. What is over here?
Oh, so that's really exciting.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited to share this with you. And we walked through the Claw Arcade, by the way.
Oh.
So say hello to Sweet Dreamery. This is our ice cream, donut, and candy shop. And it has something that I promise no one here has seen before. You don't realize there's a water park on top of this building.
There is. Oh, hold on. First of all,
Sorry.
I smell the candy. I smell all of that stuff, and it's yummy.
Smell is good. Let's look this way. There's a water slide going through the candy.
All right, hold on. Look at this.
It is not unusual to be grabbing an ice cream and seeing kids and parents sliding through
Oh my God.
our candy shop right here.
That is a world's first.
I would agree. And that was David Siegel's idea. It was brilliant, and we were excited to make that happen.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. What's your favorite candy?
Oh, I'm a Skittles guy.
Skittles? I love the old school bottle cap.
Yeah, there you go. We thought I have them somewhere. All
All right, we're gonna go try to find some bottle caps. Where are we gonna go next?
All right, now we're gonna check out Megabytes.
Ooh, Megabytes.
So Megabytes
Yep.
is our food hall where we pay homage to 80s gaming cultures. So check this out.
All right. Let's go this way.
So you've got little punch-ups where you see the different icon options.
I do, and I noticed they're all in 8-bit.
They are. One of the more fun things our graphic design team got to spend some time on. But this was a labor of love for a lot of us, and every design element you see in here was either done by our in-house development team or by our creative design team. So this was really a passion project for hundreds of people within the company.
I love it, and I always love a good pun too. All right. Should we go see the water park?
That would be great.
All right, let's go to the water park. All right, we're at part of the water park,
Yeah,
the upper level.
the upper level. You don't hear that very often. No, this is Shipwreck Island Waterpark, pirate theme. Obviously a huge water amenity over here.
Yeah.
And all the slides start here, along with the lazy river, goes around the building.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it goes around the building.
Yeah, you can see it right around here. And then the slides all finish down in our giant pool down there. So parents can be hanging out down there, up here, all kinds of stuff for kids to do.
Nice. And if your relationship's not going so well, maybe one down there, one up there.
You go.
I got a good idea for you. On those slides, the one that goes through the candy shop.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do a takeout service and like deliver as Aliani as a little
Yeah, you're going pretty quick.
All right, let's go see where the slides lead to. How's that sound?
Absolutely.
All right. So now we're two shadowy figures, but we had to show you what it looks like from up here. That's pretty cool. So, where does inspiration come from to make it so unique? It feels like it's part creativity, part necessity. You kind of fit everything in.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of development is coming up with interesting spaces and finding ways to make unique things happen at them. And we've got great water park views from all these condos over here. You've got these amazing water slides. You can see a little bit of the lazy river, and ultimately you finish in this very cool zero entry pool.
Right, and Jared threatened that if this interview doesn't go well, he's gonna take a quick escape shoot.
Never.
Right there. So, what is really the secret to making all people in the family feel loved and included and go home with amazing memories?
For us, it's about making sure we think about every one of those people. So as we talked about earlier, what are we doing for a toddler? So when we design an experience, we have the toddler. What is the parent going to be doing? What is the parent looking for in their experience? And then every age in between, from grandparent, do we have enough sitting areas? Are they going to be comfortable?
Right.
It's really about being thoughtful in that whole process of development and experience.
Excellent. Well, one last thing that I know I need to see is I get hungry. I want to talk a little bit about your food and beverage and see how you appeal to them. So
Let's do it.
let's go get some food. Well, not yet because they're not open, but we'll try. All right, so now we're in one of the restaurants, Los Amigos Mexican restaurant, and I think we become amigos while we're doing this too. Not to speak out of school. I don't know how he feels, but anyway,
Strong to
okay, good. That's the best answer I've gotten ever. All right, but one of the things is I love that you have a Mexican restaurant here. It falls into my sweet spot. But when you're trying to appeal to all types of people and all types of eating preferences, that's got to be pretty tricky. Now, we already saw Megabytes out there, which caters, my guess, is to a lot more American-style foods, more of that fast food kind of thing. But now we're ready to eat. Why Mexican? Why your other concepts?
Well, Mexican is all about family. Yeah, it's all about big portions and enjoying. You know, maybe you get something that you start with dinner and you finish for breakfast or lunch the next day. And so for us, it's about a diversity of experiences. You've got a great American restaurant called Sid's American Kitchen over there. You got Megabytes that we saw, and then here, and you can have an amazing Mexican meal. And there's so much incredible Mexican culinary talent in Orlando. We wanted to take advantage of it.
I love it. And then you get to look out right there on the water park.
Not a bad view at all.
No, not a bad view at all. All right, so anything else that we need to know overall about the Westgate experience when you come here?
Well, we just want to make sure we give you a place that you want to stay for a night, a week, or a lifetime. That's what we think about.
Before we move on, how do you think about moving the company forward? How are you thinking about continuing to connect with customers in a way that's truly meaningful and not just servicing?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've added more than 40 destinations in the past 7 months. So
What?
yeah, we're on expansion mode right now. Yeah, it's a very exciting time to be at Westgate, and we see ourselves as different. We are not a publicly traded big box company. We are very thoughtful in every experience we do. Everything we do is methodical, and so we take every project and look through the lens of an entrepreneur.
All right, I'm going to ask you the tough one. What are you most excited about most coming up?
Ooh, we've got some new destinations on top of everything that we will be announcing soon, hopefully in the near future.
Yep.
And I think people will be excited to hear about.
All right, that is a professional saying, Glenn, I ain't telling you diddly. You're going to have to wait for the press release. It's been so awesome seeing you here today. I want to thank the Westgate people for allowing me this great tour of this property. We're at Westgate Vacation Villas, and they've got so many more. I'm going to continue to do a lot more learning with them. Don't forget to check our video that I did with Cami Christensen, who runs Westgate Las Vegas. Might as well plug that one while we're here.
Absolutely. Westgate Las Vegas, the original Las Vegas Hilton, home of Elvis. They say his ghost still roams there.
Yep.
You go check it out and let me know.
I have checked it out, and I took a sip from a water fountain that he took a sip from, and I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I can feel the aura.
I know. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, everybody. See you later. Bye.